Hey guys, Fynixmech here, and today I'll be showing you the top 16 best base locations on Aberration in Ark Survival Ascended. I'll be showing you the locations as they naturally appear, making it easier to find them. They're in no particular order, but I will go over what I think works best with them while also revealing some bonus locations. I'm looking at the aesthetics, dinos, accessibility, ease to resources, and size. Just for ease, I'll group all of green zone areas together. We got This Ain't Your Mom's Living Room, located at 21.6 latitude, 30.1 longitude. Look, you get your very own TV. Not that it's functional, just more of an aesthetic choice you can play with. I really enjoy the random metal structures in Aberration, and this location offers a lot. The area is surrounded by lots of herbivores, big ones at that, so there'd be some natural protection from any predators that may be nearby. This location is close to the lake where you can find pearls and metal. It is also close to one of the surface locations where you can get those OP drops, oil, and obsidian. Next is the Big Metal Cliff, located around 15 latitude, 41.4 longitude. This is a nice flat large platform you can build on. You can put some cliff platforms on the sides just to give you a little bit more space if you want, but this area is huge. You will have to clear out or wall yourself off from some baddies such as basilisks and raptors. This cliff is right over a lake, so water isn't a problem, and the lake also has silica pearls. But be careful, the lake does have carcanos and spinos, but that's most of the water in Aberration. The view at this location is pretty awesome as well. Next up, we got the Light Up Ledge, located at 27.8 latitude, 56.7 longitude. This location is more for the person who wants to live in the middle of it. Surrounded by lots of green trees, this ledge is large and flat with its own charge station. There's small pools of water down below, as well as being close to the blue zone pathway. You can take the pathway to get there, or the path to get back to the lake fairly easily. You might find your occasional raptor or ravager in the area, but that's about it. Next up, we got the Edge, located around 42.3 latitude, 50 longitude. This is probably one of my favorite locations because of the view and the resources. It's a flat piece of land, but it is surrounded by lots of bad things. So be sure to have something that can handle these creatures, since carcanos, spinos, snakes, ravagers, and other kinds of bad things spawn here. This area comes with its own metal, which on Aberration can sometimes look like these rocks with blue veins in them. However, if you run out, Blue Zone is right there, loaded with plenty of metal. This location also comes with its own light station and gas vein. Next up, we got Big Flat Metal, located at around 42.6 latitude and 21.7 longitude. This is close to the portal entrance up high. This is considered an easy spawn zone, and you got your friendlies, but you also got your baddies. This platform is enormous, with lots of space to house dinos and build. You'll have to use a few tanks to get water down below since it's a ways away, and you'll also have to travel a little to get some resources like metal. I love this location mostly because of the possibilities and all these cool metal structures on both sides of the platform. Next up, we got Under the Spine, located at 44 latitude, 30.7 longitude. Aberration isn't an easy map for some, and it can be tough starting, so why not use the structures already available? This might not look like much, but you can easily build gates in between many of the metal structures in this area for some protection while you build up. This area is great for that, as there's many utility dinos in the area, as well as access to water, gas veins, crystal, and metal. Rocky Canyon is next, located at 33 latitude, 41.2 longitude. This location offers many possibilities for the person who likes to build many different structures for each activity in your base. These cliffs are flat, but not too large. They can be extended using cliff platforms and bridges. You also have the benefit of being up high where the creatures aren't as bad, while still having access to stronger dinos down below. This location also has the benefit of lots of loot drops that spawn all along these cliffs. Next up is Crystal Cliffs, located at 32.2 latitude, 37.9 longitude. Aberration can be a dark map sometimes since it's underground, but it doesn't have to be that way for you with this location here. There's many different bridges and ledges that offer a lot of interesting building you can do in between them. It's very bright here, so no problems with light. This location isn't really close to anything in particular, but at least you'll be able to see what you're doing. Heading into the blue zone, now we got That's a Lot of Snakes, located at 42 latitude, 54 longitude. The spawns might be a little weird here depending on your server, but blue zone is no joke. You now have pyromanes, nameless, rock drakes, and a lot of the other Ark baddies to deal with. However, the scene is beautiful as well as being loaded up with resources. Blue zone contains tons of metal pretty much anywhere, so you'll be good. Why this location then? It's a pretty large flattish area close to green zone and a bridge, so it wouldn't be tough to wall off as you build out. Next up, we got Red Blue Caverns, located at 33.8 latitude, 74.7 longitude. This area is very bright and offers some natural protection once the area is cleared out. If you have a tough time finding crystal on this map, it looks different. It looks like these rocks in green, blue, and red. This is a spot that has red gems without going into the red zone, so depending on your server's spawns, you may want to build further into the caverns to keep the spawn. Next is the Crystalline Swamp, located at 54.4 latitude, 69.8 longitude. Fancy name and beautiful scenery. It is, however, the swamp, so you're going to have to clear out the regular swamp critters as well as Carcanos. A location like this is mostly aesthetics, as you most likely have to pillar a platform up out of the water. It is a gorgeous location though. Next is Triple Waterfall, located at 50.7 latitude, 63.3 longitude. This one is for the waterfall lovers. Take one or take them all, it's your world. Another aesthetic location as resources are abundant everywhere around, as well as pearls in the water like most of the lakes in Blue Zone. This area isn't as bad in terms of creatures, but Megalosaurus and the occasional rock drake can pay you a visit here. Next up is That's a Faucet, located at 51.8 latitude, 78 longitude. This area looks a little different than other areas in the blue zone, and it's a bit brighter. You have some water, but not as much as some areas, so a breeding pen could easily be set up for any water teams you may want. This area has lots of metal, gas veins, loot drops, as well as obsidian. Next is the Crystal Waterfall, located at 47.3 latitude and 70.5 longitude. This is for the builder who enjoys living up high, as you have these crystal structures you can build off of, as well as the use of rock platforms. The bottom of this crack contains metal, crystal, wood, stone, gas veins, as well as a charging station not too far from here. The area doesn't have too many bad dinos, but sometimes they can come from overhead. Next is the Blue Bridge, located at 38.3 latitude, 65.3 longitude. There's so many pops of color that break up the blue a bit in this area. Plus, it would be easy to gate off the bridge until you can build up if you're just coming and starting out in the blue area. This location also has almost all the resources you could need, like metal and obsidian. Next is Fungal Cliffs, located at 50.6 latitude and 37.2 longitude. This area is blue with a few interesting rock formations. You can build on this ledge or down below. And if you don't want so much blue in your life, pick this location, as it has an awesome view of the spine going into red zone. Another benefit of this spot is it's also between green zone and red zone. That's it for the locations, but I do have a little bit more for you guys. But here's the Parasaur, located in green zone. I'm always a fan of mobile bases, and Parasaurs are abundant on this map. You have to be at least level 50 in order to craft the platform saddle. You can't build it up big, but you can build a functional base that'll help you get to your next location. Now usually I do a top 20, but Aberration is a smaller map with more vertical space than horizontal, and probably about a third of the map is unlivable. I didn't include any surface or red zone locations as they're very difficult to live in, if not impossible to do so. The surface at night is actually a pretty cool place with lots of red drops to get awesome stuff. It is dangerous as Seekers and Reapers can spawn here. So at night, it actually seems like a cool place to live. If it's daytime though, there's no chance. Not only is it unbearable to look at, anything organic catches fire and melts in seconds. That includes your dinos as well. There's some pretty cool places in Red Zone, but there's a different problem here. You must always wear a hazard suit, which is fine if you have no problem doing this all the time. However, the Red Zone is very dangerous with Reapers and Rock Drakes aplenty. If you survive an attack from any one of these creatures, breaking a single piece of the suit or removing any piece exposes you to the radiation, which it won't take long to go after that. If you guys want to torture yourself and you really want some Red Zone base locations, let me know down below and I'll make a separate video on them. But there you have it, Fynixmech's top 16 best base locations on Aberration in Ark Survival Ascended. But what do you think? Leave a comment down below. If you found this video useful, be sure to give it a like, as it helps me out a lot and I do appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel for more tutorials and helpful tips and tricks on how to play the game. Thanks for watching and take care.